had a long week and feel like I need to get away, I can either drive around the island through the North Shore, or it's a very short plane ride away to one of the neighbor islands to feel like you're really getting away for a vacation. So I can't understand why anyone would not want to spend some time.
My name is Alud. I'm chair of OBGYN Department of Women's Health at John Brown School of Medicine, University of Hawaii. I would like to thank you for your interest in educational activities here in the department, and we hope you're going to find our department as your best choice for family planning fellowship. This department evolved around education. It started in 1948 with the OBGYN residency, and most of our activities been around education, educating our students, our residents, and now family planning and MFM fellows. Fellowship was, of course, a challenge for us in the beginning because we needed to start everything from scratch. As any new program, starting from scratch is enormous enthusiasm, enormous energy to move forward, to be the best, to put this department at the national level. Our family planning fellowship fulfill exactly those expectations. Fellowship brought a completely new discipline here in the state of Hawaii in family planning, but also brought a new clinical service and brought new research endeavors in women's health. And family planning fellowship and family planning division is fully engaged and fully in support of vision for a better health and the best health for Hawaii women. Family planning certainly plays a crucial role in that sense. So I would like to thank you again for your interest in the OBGYN Department of Women's Health, John Brown School of Medicine, University of Hawaii. They are very unique, and I hope you're going to find our strengths to fulfill your aspiration in family planning career. Thank you.
I completed my family planning fellowship at Oregon Health and Science University in 2007 and returned to the University of Hawaii where I did my residency training. In 2012, we started the Family Planning Fellowship and have had fellows since that time. Our first fellow, Rennie Soon, is now the co-program director of the fellowship program. Hawaii was the first state to legalize abortion at the request of a woman in 1970, and that tradition has carried through till today. In many ways, abortion care is seen as a part of general obstetrics and gynecology, and many general OBGYNs in our community provide abortion care in their office. So it's integrated into women's health care in general, and that can be a very positive place to train.
The clinical training opportunities at the University of Hawaii Fellowship are great. We get to learn about abortion and contraception in various different settings. We do most of the first trimester abortions in the outpatient clinic setting, and then we do the second trimester later abortions in the operating room. We have a complex contraceptive clinic that we work in where we get referrals from all over the state for women who have complex medical problems that need to be on birth control. We also take labor and delivery and GYN call a couple times a month, so we get involved just doing general OBGYN that way, working with the residents, working with the medical students when we're on call. And there's opportunities to do gynecological surgery and schedule that either with residents or on your own.
The clinical training, I feel like, has been a really great experience for me, someone who hasn't had a lot of experience before. There's a large breadth of both office-based procedures and operating room, and especially in the first year, there's a lot of time to gain skill as a trainee and not so much focus on being a teacher from the start and just working up to that skill.
The second trimester abortion experience here has been really great. As a first-year fellow, we spend most of our time working on our own surgical skills, and the second year is focused on teaching more the residents and the medical students. Our patients are sent to us from all over Oahu and the neighbor islands, many of whom need to fly home after their procedures. And as fellows, we're involved from preoperative planning, the office visits, the operating room, and follow-up care. I've had the privilege of coordinating care for women with pregnancies that have severe anomalies, complex medical conditions, and insurance plans that don't offer any coverage relating to abortion care. This opportunity for advocacy really adds another layer to the excellent surgical training that we also receive.
So we want our fellow to continue their development as a general obstetrician gynecologist. And so this means continuing to be exposed to obstetrics and both major and minor gynecologic surgery. And in that role, we want to see our fellow develop as a teaching physician so that they can understand how to make the transition from a resident to an attending physician and grow in their role teaching residents and medical students.
Clinically, the diversity of the patient population is a huge benefit. Not only do we get diversity in patient languages and ethnicities, but we also have access to a lot of patients who unfortunately haven't had good access to healthcare in the past. We get to see a lot of really significant pathology and really provide care to those who need us most and are often transported here to get that care.
That's one that we could share. Do you know what I mean? Like,
we all work together very well. Our family planning division works very closely with our generalist division. We cover a lot of the same community clinics and take call together. So it's a very collaborative environment that we work in, very supportive. So we have a very close relationship with Planned Parenthood, which affords great patient clinical opportunities as well as research opportunities for our fellows.
One of the questions that we often receive is, how the Family Planning Fellowship program benefits the general residency program. And I always tell people that it's been a very positive impact on the program. And I think the residents and faculty both have said nothing but good things. The research that comes out of having a fellowship program, the teaching that comes out of having a fellowship program, I think all the residents really appreciate the increased teaching that has come out of having a fellowship program here.
Our medical students love the program here. We've gotten much better ratings as teachers since we started the fellowship 3 years ago. And our shelf exams have actually improved in terms of family planning and contraception, and also abnormal early pregnancies. And our students actually enjoy taking care of women.
There's a great opportunity to work with the residents on call in the hospital. There are opportunities to staff the resident clinic and work with them on their family planning rotation so we can help teach them along the way.
I think the Ryan program here offers a lot of opportunities for our fellow and our faculty, as well as for our residents. Since it's been around for quite a while, since 2006, it's well established, and we have all of the basics in place for the residents, but we're also constantly evolving. So every year we have an opportunity to update the way we're providing the rotation to residents. And I think we've really been a leader here when it comes to creating evaluation tools and meeting the new milestones requirements for the residency program, which has given everyone an opportunity to be even more meaningfully involved in that educational process.
We do a training session a few times a year where we teach them basics about contraception and abortion, and we do the papaya workshop with the medical students. There are a lot of other opportunities to also get involved. The med school is always looking for volunteers to help with training seminars for the students, so if you're motivated, there's a lot of good opportunities.
This Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology offers several advantages for research. This chairman, Dr. Salud, has recently acquired 2 endowed professorships for the department. Both of these endowed professorships came from individuals who were within the department already. These are people who believe in the department and want to see it grow. Most of the money for both of these endowed professorships will go to research. The Division of Family Planning itself has done an excellent job of securing funds to do research in this field. I've been to their research division meetings and I've seen the organization that they have. Every project gets vetted by every member of the division, which is a very unique thing. The entire division meets once a week to discuss all of these projects, and everybody knows what's working. So you're not doing research in a void. You're doing research with a group of people. Some of them are very experienced, and all of them want to help.
So one of the strengths of our research group is that we study not only a wide variety of topics, but we have expertise in a variety of research methodologies. So whether a fellow is interested in doing a qualitative project or a database project, or putting together a clinical project like a randomized controlled trial, or even a translational or basic science project, we have experts within our department who have expertise in that particular methodology and can mentor the fellow.
We do very much want our incoming fellows to be able to look into what they want to look into. And if we can't find that kind of support within our division, we do have a number of faculty within our department that we can work with, as well as in the medical school too. So we can certainly find someone that can mentor and support, I would think, almost any research project.
I feel like there's been so much support from within the master's program that I'm taking, as well as from everybody in the Division of Family Planning helping me develop as a researcher, coming from not a lot of research experience, and now I'm able to start my own randomized control trial. So there's been support all along the way.
Every person in our group has a different focus, and they're very complementary, but we come from such different backgrounds and have such different interests that we're able to kind of really build a very solid foundation and a solid team for doing really innovative and interesting research. And one of our weekly get-togethers is a research meeting where we run through the many projects we have going on, and every week it is inspiring and fun and an invigorating chance to think about where we want to go and who we want to be as a division. And I think that's a unique strength of our program, and a unique aspect of what we do is that everything we do is very collaborative and supportive, and it makes us better at our job, and it makes us, I think, a more successful fellowship program.
One of the unique things about our fellowship is our close ties to Asia and many of the Pacific Islands. So in addition to becoming a family planning expert in the state of Hawaii, our fellows will become a consultant for many of the Pacific Island nations that we commonly work with. For example, we have ongoing projects with the Federated States of Micronesia and the Republic of the Marshall Islands, where we do health education and policy development with their ministries of health. And if interested, the fellow who comes to the University of Hawaii can have exposure to working in these diverse cultural settings.
When I moved to Hawaii, I was excited to dig a little deeper into the culture here and see what would make this program stand out. And I have to say it's one of the most collaborative groups I've ever encountered. It's a positive, encouraging, growth-focused sort of environment with a group of people that really get along well and that want to see each other succeed. And I think in general our family planning community is a very cohesive and supportive one. I think we are uniquely so here, and this is a group that just really, really wants to see each other do our best, and we go out of our way to make sure that we can facilitate that in whatever way we can.
The OBGYN department at the University of Hawaii is great. Everyone is super friendly. It's kind of like a little family, and you really feel like everyone welcomes you in when you come here. We have great mentorship from all of the family planning attendees. It's very collaborative. We're always working on new projects together, and the attendees are always looking for ways to get the fellows involved in more things, whether it's research or advocacy or even just doing cases in the OR together.
I think the best thing about working in this division are the people and everyone's commitment to constantly making things better. And when we decided that we needed a complex contraception clinic, we started one. When we decided that we needed to change the way that we were doing patient intake in the office, we did that. When we thought that we needed to create a reproductive health educator program and a community campaign to decrease chlamydia and unintended pregnancy, we started working on it. So everyone's commitment to really jumping into those endeavors and taking them from ideas to action is really inspiring and makes me excited to come to work every day.
In terms of the unique skill sets that you would hope to finish with or be exposed to in a fellowship, researchers are people who are generating that information to make us smart enough. Clinicians are the people practicing the healing arts. Teachers are people committed to making sure that people who aspire to do this work are well trained. And the advocates are the people who are good enough. So what I would say is the faculty at UH embodies all of those things. Someone once said that you need to be smart enough to rule and kind enough to rule. And so I think the faculty at UH would embody all of those positive traits that you will want to be exposed to if you were training, and that you would want to have the skill sets to employ wherever you decided to use your craft.
Living in Hawaii, coming from cold New York, has been a great change with the weather. Everybody is so friendly. The working environment in the hospital and in the office has been such a welcome change for me, and just everything there is to do. The outdoor activities certainly never end.
Living in Hawaii has been amazing. I'm not from here originally, but I've loved living here for the last 2 years. For one thing, the weather is always amazing. It's summer every day of the year, so you can fully take advantage of the beautiful scenery, the beaches, the mountains, all the different outdoor activities that you can do. I've loved hiking and just spending time enjoying nature and also exploring the different islands. People are really friendly here, so it's easy to feel at home.
We live in a blue state. Our policies, as far as the state level, are pretty supportive of family planning initiatives. And so overall, it's a great place to live and work.
I think one of the great things about our fellowship program is the level of enthusiasm and passion that our faculty have for family planning and providing healthcare to women who often have a difficult time accessing that care. And that passion is carried throughout our department and throughout the med school. I think the fellow who comes here will work with a group of mentors who are extremely dedicated to improving abortion care and improving contraceptive care and decreasing unintended pregnancy in this country and around the world. And I think they should share in that enthusiasm and passion. And that's the type of fellow who can have great success at our fellowship program.
The thing that I think makes life richest would be variety and diversity. From food to people to customs. I think in the way that we like to think our country as a mixing bowl, and you have multiple cultures. I think in some places when multiple cultures get together, the worst in people come out. But I think in Hawaii, with the multiple cultures, I experienced the best of people. And so I think the richness of the diversity and the really laid-back atmosphere around creating a quality of life that is conducive to living long and living well.